Hello and welcome to Kineo Totara Office Hours. Thanks for coming today and joining me to take a look at the program messages for Totara 9. I will be your host today. My name is Tammy Belgard. I'm a platform consultant at Kineo. My job is to work with our clients on configuration, documentation, and training for their Totara sites. So just a brief explanation as to what Kineo Office Hours are. Office Hours is a short overview of a function or feature that is available for Totara. Our clients and others are welcome to attend. It is open to all, and once the presentation is over, we will go into a Q&A with our clients. They can ask any question pertaining to their Totara site, and the Q&A is only available to our clients. The presentation, however, will be uploaded to YouTube and made available to the public. So today we're going to talk about program messages, how to edit current program messages, what are some types of messages, how to set triggers and send out manager notification, and where the messages are sent from. There's additional information here, and that'll help you find information pertaining to placeholders that you can use within the Totara program messages. So with that, we'll take a look at a program. Now, messages for programs are usually set up when the program is created, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you determine you want to add additional messages or change existing messages, you can edit the program. So right now, to get to your programs, what you would do, just to go briefly over this, you can go into administration. It would be site administration, courses, and manage programs. And then from Manage Programs, you can select the program that you either are going to create or it's already established. So I'm going to look at the Office Hours Training Program. So here is where it gives me the overview. It tells me there's already learners active in this program already. So that means they've already got the initial message of being enrolled, and some of them might have completed it. So from here, I can go to details. I want to take a quick look of a message that a lot of people can overlook. So when you're setting up the program, or if you want to go back, you can go into the Details tab. You can scroll down, and right here is an end note. Now the end note is when the program's over, this note will be displayed in the program view so that they can say, congratulations, you've completed the office hour training. So that's just a tiny message that you can add in there. Now here's where you go to Message over here, this tab. I just want to make a quick note about messages. When you are setting up a program, the assignment here is where you add users to the program, and then you have messages. Some people like to, if they're going to do modifications of messages, they would do the messages before they do the assignment. The reason being, if you assign the users at this point and the cron runs, it will automatically send out whatever the generic message is that exists. So sometimes you may want to go in and modify the messages before you assign it. So under program message, by default, there are two messages that will go out. One is called the enrollment message. This goes to learner. And so you can also set it up so that there's a message that goes to the manager saying your trainee or whoever directly reports to this individual will get a message that they've been enrolled in here. There's also the exception report. Now the exception report is the only message that doesn't go to a learner. The exception report will go to the site administrator and notify them of any issues that there is outstanding with the program. So this one is to the site administrator. You'll notice and hear that you have what's called program full name with the percentages on each side. This again is a placeholder. There are certain placeholders, and what it's going to do is it's going to pull from the database whatever the program name is here. So this is going to make it a little bit more customizable. You have the subject line, your message. You can enter any message you want in here. I entered in, please review the program requirements as an additional portion of the message. Now if you want to, there's also additional messages that can be sent out. So if I click on here, I can see some additional ones. All of these messages go to the learner by default. Some of these also have triggers involved in them. You have the unenrollment, so it's basically if a user is going to be unenrolled from the program, it'll send a message to them. Program due has a trigger to it, and we'll take a look at what triggers are. Whenever the program is due date, it'll give a notification to them. There's also the overdue, which has a trigger to it, and program completion. When the program's completed, it will go out and send them an email as well as the other notifications. Course set due, if there's a tight timeline, you might want to say when certain course sets are due. Course set overdue, same thing, and the course set completion. The one I'm going to take a look at here is the learner follow-up. I'm going to click add a new learner follow-up and add that to the program. You'll notice you can move these reports around. You can also delete reports. If there's messages that have previously been sent out, you can delete them, knowing that if you delete a message and it's already gone out to users, it doesn't delete that from the email or notifications. That's already been sent out. But anybody further requiring information for that program, they will not receive that message. So for learner follow-up message, here's what I'm talking about, a trigger. You can set here when you want this message or notification to go out. So here, one day, we can even say weeks, months, or years. So I'm going to say 6 weeks. So 6 weeks from completion. So this one is after the program is completed, it'll wait, this notification will go out 6 weeks later. And then I would enter the subject line. The subject line is what you'll normally see. So I'm going to have them do a survey. So at this point, I can actually put a survey in here that the user can click on. Okay, so they have that in here, and now I can add that to the program. One of the things I want to note on this is that if you'll notice here, you do not have an HTML, this is not an HTML editing block. So what you're going to do is you're going to get straight text. It does not allow you to do HTML code in here at all. It's just a straight text message. So right now this is automatically added. I added it to the program, so now it's ready to go out. So I don't even have to change anything. You can, however, move it in the list. It doesn't really make any difference on that, and that message is done. It also will give you a warning at the top. It'll basically say that this program has already been live and that there's so many learners that have been attached, and these are the ones that it's going to affect, so that we know. So now that we've set up a message, let's take a look at it from a user's perspective. So this particular learner was in an audience and assigned the office hours training program. You'll notice down here that in the alerts, they have the alerts block available on their dashboard, and on there it shows the alert. You've been enrolled in the program. This is actually the subject line that we have within that message text. Now if I click on the I and for more additional information, here's that message. The content is right here. You're now enrolled in the program, and then that statement that I added, please review the program requirements, is in there as well. What does it look if you get sent the email? Well, I have a user here who is also enrolled in a program, and this is an email that they've received. So this individual, if I click on the email, they basically get it. This is the subject line. Again, this is the actual content of the message that goes out. One thing I want you to note is, where does this message come from? Right now we're seeing admin user. So this is where it's coming from. There was no place to set that. As you remember, within the office. So within the program here, there's no place to set who's the sender coming from. So if we want to find out where the sender's sending it from, we can click on Site Admin. We can go down to Server, and then you'll see Support Contact. Under here, the support name is Admin User, as well as the default email address is kineo.admin, and that is the same address that it came from. So this is the default, and you'll see that that is the email that's sent from. All right. That was a quick look at messages and how to set up messages. And the way it appears, either by email, and it also sends it out to alerts, as well as I believe you can attach it to the tasks. But alerts and emails are the basic way that it sends out those program notifications. I want to thank you for joining me today for Kineo Totara Office Hours to take a closer look at the program messages for Totara version 9. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and I will be following up with those who attended with a list of possible placeholders to be used in the template that was also shown in the presentation. Thank you.